So, good morning.
Good morning.
There was this cat and this rat. And what happened is the rat is always running away from the cat. So he finds this hole in the wall, he runs into the wall, and he's sitting there hiding. And he looks around, and the cat is sitting outside. It's like, come out so I can eat you. I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. And then he said, man, I took this seminar, so let me try something different. So the cat started barking, roof, roof. So the rat thought, was like, man, this cat, he's gone, so I can come out. So as soon as he came out, he swallowed him up and he ate him. So the moral of the story is you got to learn a new skill to survive. You got to learn a new skill for real. We're going to talk about that today here at the Kroc Center. For the next 15 minutes, I got the pleasure of just entertaining you and hopefully sharing some knowledge about what you could do to actually get the most out of this resource, this wonderful resources on the South Side. Now, as I do a lot of talking, and one of the main questions I ask people is like, what is health? What does it mean to be healthy, right? A lot of times what people say is, I want to lose weight. I want to feel better. I want to sleep better. I want this pain to go away. You know, I want to look better so I can get in this dress or this suit or whatever it is. And so what happens is we have this misconception. Then I'll see them again because Chicago is kind of a small place. And when I see them again, I'll say, you know, what is health again? They would say, well, you know, I don't want that anymore. And what they're really saying is, as we get older, is less energy, is that I've given up on that. Okay? When scarcity comes in, we start rambling and trying to do all these other things, and we give up on what's possible. And we all know this is a faith-based place. Anything is possible. So I entitled myself as the hope dealer. So I came here today to encourage you to actually push on forward. I've been on this planet long enough to realize that if you stop growing, you start dying slowly. And what I realized too is that some of us are in permanent plateaus. We just did a workshop in our office about how to avoid the plateaus of exercise, where you exercise and you don't get the results that you want. Some of us are on plateaus in our lives, so we're just going through the motions and we're dying slowly. And I want to show you how to get unstuck from that today, okay? Can I have your attention? You got that? You follow me? So what happens in that point right there is that the question is, and it should be, is how do I get better? What do I need to do to get better? How do I keep pushing past the limits? And so you got all the resources here at the Kroc Center to do that. We just completed a program called Cycle Nation, where I was with Miss Kelly and a couple other fitness instructors. And we were downtown in the middle of all these buildings at the Daily Center Plaza. And we were riding bikes and like these cycles. And it was so cool. But the coolest thing that I noticed was I know she had to be 70. She wouldn't tell me her age, but she's a cycle instructor here. And she rode 1 hour and 40 minutes on the bike. So you talk about fitness. Fitness is a very important part of it. And one of the things with fitness that I realize is that if you want to get a trainer, find somebody that you want to look like. So this lady, she rode 1 hour and like 40 minutes, hour 30 minutes on the bike or whatever it was. Every time I looked, so we did 20 minutes on each bike. Every time I turn around, she had hopped on another bike and another bike, and she was just moving. And I was like, man, what is going on with this lady? So what I'm saying to you is this. If you can't even ride 30 minutes, you need to go hang with her. You need to find her at this Kroc Center, and you need to get in her class and try something new. The other thing that I look at, too, is the fact that we have the social aspect. Some of us, that's our strongest aspect of it. So the fitness, I would say, is probably 25% of it. Taking full advantage of the weight center. I've been coming here for about a year doing this program called Walk with the Doc. So I've gotten to know quite a few of you sitting in the audience. And one of the things that I realized is when we get finished talking and it's time to start walking, the crowd disappears. I wonder why that is. So when we look at these different things right here, so one of the things with that Walk with the Doc program, if you don't know anything about it, I encourage you to come. It's one Friday a month. I can't remember what Friday it is, but what we do is we spend about 15 minutes talking about different topics, whether it's vertigo, dizziness, all these different things, and then we get up and we walk. So the key is to that program, if you don't know yet, which I just realized this a couple of months ago, is that we're supposed to walk and talk, not just sit down and talk. So one of the strongest aspects that I would say, and which is vital towards your health, is the social aspect. The people that isolate themselves tend not to be as healthy as the people that are more socially active. The problem is some of us get excessive with it. We talk too much. That's the most muscle that we actually exercise the most is our mouth. And I'm serious, as we sit down and we talk. Because I walk by the senior center and they're playing bridge, I got beat in sequence, which is a good family game by some of these ladies. They talk more junk than me than my own kids. And so it was pretty funny to see that. But one of the other things that we need to do is we need to actually cut the talking down and actually put more action into it. And that's one of the messages that I want to give you today. The other thing that we got to do too is the spiritual aspect of it, which is very important. I know it's a faith-based organization, the Salvation Army, which I was really excited to know because I'm a faith-based business myself. And one of the things that I want to challenge you is to actually believe more, have more faith in your body to heal. As a chiropractor, I work with stuff that people can't see. So you can see a broken bone. You can see different things, the damage from a stroke. But the things that you can't see is what's inside of you. There's a life force that's inside of you that's designed to heal you. You have the major resource that God put inside of you. All it has to do is you have to remove the pressure and tap into it. And once you do that, your health will go to a whole nother level. So one of the things that I ask you to do today is I ask you to have more faith in your body and believe more. For most of us, I will look at the crowd and I will say, we're probably about 50% there. We're probably about 50% there. Do you truly, truly believe? Do you truly believe? I have the privilege of, and I don't do that lightly, but I work with this guy that had a stroke. Now, this is an African-American, strong brother, male role model for me. And I only took him because of his character. Now, this man can't talk. He can't even get up and walk around, but his presence is so strong. And what I've been able to witness with him over the last years is he believes that he's going to get better. And what I've seen in the last year is this man is now standing 4 to 5 minutes at a time. He's saying more words. And I still believe that he's going to heal. He's going to do that. So we can't give up because it doesn't happen when we expect it to happen. Pain, we don't heal on our time, people. We heal on God's time. And that's a very important concept that I had to learn. And I actually helped to coach patients through. And that's where the self-empowerment comes from. So not only a doctor, I help to empower you to actually understand how powerful you really are. You're the only person that you gotta dominate. And you gotta get up every day and put your best foot forward. And the people that do, like that 74-year or 70-some-year-old, I'm just guessing her age, because I went through all the 60s and most of the 70s and she still wouldn't say anything. So what happened was she gets up every day with a positive attitude. I can tell. You can just see it in some people when they walk. And then what we got to do is we got to have more service for each other. We got to open doors for each other. The world is lacking this kindness and so kind to the point where I really feel for this new generation that's coming up. And so what happens is in that thing, if we keep going on this thing, some of you've already outlived some of your children because of the food and the different things that we put in our bodies. And I don't want to see that happen anymore. I don't want to see your bodies continue to break down. I want to see you come in and try a spinning class. Try to walk a mile. If you can't walk a half a mile, start with a quarter of a mile. If you can't walk a quarter of a mile, start with a 10. Guess what? I couldn't always run a mile, but I kept going at it. Now I'm trying to create for a triathlon. So what happens is I never thought, I hated running. I was a kid that, man, this is going to kill me. I need to go get a job so I can make some money and do something like that, right? I don't want to run a mile in high school and all these different things. But one of the things is that we can't quit. We got to keep pushing. So as we look at those different things right there, we got to tie all those things together because we got something that's coming and it's going to affect all of us. So when you look at a zebra and the zebra has the babies and they're laying there and they said, Mama, we want to be so comfortable. We just want to sit with you. We want to lay under you. We want to feel your presence. We want to let the sun bask on us, right? And the mama saying, no, get up and run. Get up and run, children. Get up and run. And they said, no, Mama, we want to just sit here and just feel your love and enjoy God's presence. She said, no, get up and run. And the children looked and said, why, Mama? She said, because the lion is coming. The lion is really coming. And guess what the lion is? It's cancer. It's a stroke. It's heart disease. It's financial problems. It's all these different things. So one of my messages to you today is get up and run. Some of you look like lions in here. We got the beard gang going on. Either way, if you're a lion or you're a zebra, you better get to running. So I thank you for inviting me here to share this message with you today. Take full advantage of the Kroc Center because this place will make you better. We are blessed to have, this is the best facility on the South Side. I've been to a lot of facilities. Best facility on the South Side. Take full advantage of it. Because guess what? If we don't take advantage of it, they're going to end up moving it on somewhere else, and somebody else will. And then you'll be sitting somewhere where you can't turn the water on or flush your toilet. We don't want to be in a place like that. So thank you again, the Hope Dealer. Thank you.